Question. Have you ever felt so fucking tired, so exhausted, that you actually start feeling sick? You actually start feeling physically nauseous? I mean, headaches are one thing. Cognitive decline is another. But actually feeling physically sick. Appetite goes. Headaches are a constant. Eyes, bloodshot, bags under your eyes. The inability to string sentences together when you really want to. And ultimately, just an absolute inability to care about anything, to laugh, to smile. Everything's faked when you feel as fucking exhausted as I do right now. And I've done it to myself. It is what it is. But I'm making this video to connect, because as we all know, the opposite of addiction is connection, and it's time for me to connect with you once again. And we are indeed almost through my 12th week of working 80 hours a week. Almost through. And this week was just that little bit harder because my shifts in the evening were pushed back an hour. Now, I didn't have to agree to that, but I thought I would. I was asked if I wanted to. That was about 3 weeks ago. Now we're here. I've just gotten through my 3rd evening shift in a row. And the way that those days looked was 8 till 4, and then 6 till 1:30 in the morning. That was Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We're here on Friday, so for the last 3 nights, I've had literally 4 hours sleep. And unfortunately, I burnt the candle at both ends last weekend. And what that meant was I turned up to work on Monday morning feeling just as exhausted as I was on the Friday previous. And that's something that I cannot let happen. And I most probably will not, because I won't be able to stay awake. There's no way. At the moment, I am feeling just absolutely broken. I am tired. And I am sick to death of my second job. I'm sick of it. I've had an absolute gutsful saying the same fucking thing over and over again to the same fucking degenerate gambling cunts who just can't stop. They're chasing losses all night long and all day long. And the more depressed they sound when they ring up, the more depressed I am to take their bet. It's terrible. Gambling addiction is far worse than alcohol addiction, in my opinion. It can ruin people in hours, not years, hours. And I see it in front of me. I hear it through the phone. And it's really starting to affect me. But it is what it is. And I've got myself into this, and I will indeed get myself out of it when the time is right, but the time's not yet. Either way, I wanted to connect. I wanted to make another video. It's been about a week. And it's just, it's, when you get to this point, when you get to be this fucking exhausted morning after morning, you can only put on a brave face. You can only fake things. You can only sort of say, I'm okay, I'm fine, for so long. And it was this afternoon that I simply couldn't say that anymore. The last couple of days, a couple of people at work have said, fuck, you look tired, you look exhausted. And that I get instantly defensive, because I don't want to be putting myself in these positions where I do turn up to work looking and feeling absolutely fucking wrecked. It's not professional. That's not who I am. It's just what's happened this last week. So what I'm going to make sure I do this weekend, and it's super important, it is, I can't let what happened today with my performance at work happen again. I can't do that, because that will mean that, unfortunately, working 80 hours a week has been the undoing of me, and I have failed, you know what I mean? And I cannot fail. I can't let that happen. So this weekend is all about obviously working, Saturday and Sunday, 8 till 4, but getting my sleep in and letting my body recharge. I'm sober right now. That is the only reason I'm making this video. I will never make another video under the influence again. There's been a few on this channel, but not this one. But I feel like it. I mean, I heard something recently that says, you know, if you're used to having 8 or 9 hours sleep, and on a particular night you have 4 or 5, or even maybe 5 or 6, which is a reduction of only 2 to 3 hours of sleep, your cognitive performance that next day is going to be that of someone who has consumed alcohol to a blood alcohol, a breath, a limit of a level of 0.05 or 0.5, whatever, which is the legal, which is the driving limit. Fucking hell, that took a long time. Sorry, guys. So what that means is that, you know, night after night after night after night of doing that to yourself, it's obvious why I'm feeling the way I do right now. I'm fucked. So I've hit my breaking point. I can't let that happen again, and I won't let it happen again. This weekend is going to be quiet. It's going to be exactly what I need. And I'm not too far out of bed. It's 5:30 in the evening. The sun's going down. It didn't help that this week it's really heated up in Alice Springs. The temperatures are getting up to 30, 33, 35, and it's still only August. So winter is certainly a thing of the past, and I don't like that. So I'm going to have to buy some shorts and some shoes that I can wear to work, because, you know, gone are the days of wearing pants. So I'll work that out over the weekend. That's something I'll definitely go and pick up. But look, at the end of the day, I hope you guys are all traveling well. Thank you for the support. Thank you for tuning in. I'm still here. We're still kicking. And on the 16th of September at 9 in the morning, I get the motherfucking keys to my new motherfucking house, or our new house. A couple of comments I'll touch on that have come through the channel have taken what I've tried to convey in my previous video out of context. I'll say it again. I have bought a property. Initially, I won't be living in it, but eventually I probably will be. The mortgage is being paid by myself and the mother of my children. The additional expenses on top of that, aka rates, insurance, and body corporate fees, will be paid by myself. Overall, every single week, I will be contributing more than her to the costs of maintaining that property. And what that means is that effectively you could say I am the landlord. Effectively you could say I own the property. But what I'm really doing is doing all I can to provide a safe, comfortable environment for my children and their mum to live in at a drastically reduced rate of rent, and without the constant headache of a real estate agent. And that's why I've been working 80 hours a week for the last 12 weeks to achieve that. And we're almost there. So will I be the landlord? Well, I won't feel like one. Will I be paying a decent amount of money each week without even living in the property? Yes, I will. Am I okay with that? Yes, I am. I'm their dad. I'm here to provide. It's what I'm fucking doing. And it's what I'll continue to do. This house, I'm super excited to say, is going to be in the family for decades. And it is. It's in the family. It'll be left to my children. Eventually. Unless we sell it and buy something better. But I mean, I was just saying to Miffy the other day, we're almost there. The finish line is in sight, and it just makes me proud to be doing what I'm doing at the moment. Because if I didn't have that reason why, I would have quit long ago. Nobody, no human being should have to work 80 hours a week, but for a short period of time to achieve a specific financial goal might not be a bad idea. I didn't know it was possible. I did not. I was scared. I was super scared to actually give this a go, because I knew eventually I'd be feeling like I do right now, and that was something that I didn't know how I would handle. I didn't know whether, I'd just absolutely lose the plot, and I haven't done that because my professionalism at work is my priority. But I was pretty close. Today I was the closest I've ever been to just basically, reacting to something at work in a way that I would regret, and that is out of character. And when you get close to doing something like that, it's a scary place to be. So I'm super glad the day's over. I'm going to chill out. I went to the supermarket after work. My eyes were hanging out of my fucking head. That's the last thing I wanted to do, but I got some decent food. I'm going to have a really nice meal tonight, and I'm going to fucking go to sleep. And one thing I do want to mention, this is how tired I've been. I've been coming home. I've been finishing my shift, and I've got weed in the house, and I haven't even been having a smoke. I have just been wanting to get to fucking bed. I haven't even had a smoke, and I've got weed in the house. Now that is something I have never done. So it just goes to show. Just goes to show, for all you weed addicts out there who are as scared as I have been in the past about getting to sleep without it, it's possible. You've just got to make yourself tired enough. It's possible. It happens. It's true. The myth is busted. Without weed, you can fall asleep, and I have been. So that's it. That's me. Everything's okay. 16th of September is the day, and that's the day of reckoning. That is the day I am fucking so looking forward to, and it's the day that keeps me going. It's the carrot that's dangling out in front of me at the moment. And I did say at the start of this video that I couldn't coherently put together a sentence, but I reckon I've done pretty well. So I'll leave it at that. The other thing, actually, no, I'll talk about that in the next video. Actually, I've got two more topics that I want to discuss. Two decisions that I've made, two things that I've gone and done today, which are positive, and we'll discuss that in due course. But for now, thank you for watching, and have a great weekend. Oh, any Americans out there? Any Welsh? Anyone who likes rugby or NFL or the cross-pollination? Code crosser switching. Look, the players who play one sport and then give another sport a go. Well, there's a guy called Lewis Rees-Zammit who is Welsh. He's a Welsh rugby player. He's very fast, very agile, great player, exciting player. And he has decided to give up rugby at the age of 23 for now and cross over to NFL, American football, give that a go. And today was his final opportunity in a preseason game. He's gone to the Kansas City Chiefs, no less. And I haven't seen the game yet, but I saw his stats, and he was given some chances. He had, I think, 4 or 5 rushes for like 20-something yards at an average of 5.1. He had a kick return for 36 yards, and no receptions. So that was about it, which is more than he has had in previous games, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough to make that 53-man roster. So hopefully someone will cut up the clips and put them on YouTube, because I watched the brief NFL highlights, official highlights, and it didn't have a single snap of his, and it didn't have his 36-yard kick return either. So I'm thinking that, okay, the stats seem okay, but he obviously didn't do anything crazy. So that sucks. You know, I really wanted him to ball out, you know, have a breakout game, you know, a rushing attempt of 20, 30, 40 yards, but it just didn't happen. It is what it is. The NFL is a different beast, and I just want to say good luck to him. So thanks for watching, guys. Because I love stories like that. I love sports stories like that. I mean, Jared Hayne coming over from the World of Rugby League in 2015, I can vividly remember sitting at work, you know, refreshing the news pages every single minute because I wanted to see whether he got some touches in the preseason, and eventually he did make the roster of an NFL team at the San Francisco 49ers, and he went really well. But then things sort of took a downturn after that. But very similar story. Valentine Holmes in 2019 did the same thing. Jordan Mailata, a real success story, went from rugby league to, and he's not going to play running back or wide receiver. He went to left tackle, and he's become one of the, you know, best left tackles in the game. But that's just through physical, genetic gifts in size. You know, I could see Lewis Rees-Zammit becoming somewhat of a Christian McCaffrey type player, but he's going to have to back himself, and he's going to have to put on just a little bit more muscle, and he's going to have to keep learning the game. But he's got a 3-year contract with the Kansas City Chiefs. Most likely be on the practice squad this year, but that's okay. 23 years of age. It's you know, world's at his feet. So good luck to him. I'll be following. And you never know, maybe he does make the roster. How good would that be? Peace, guys. Have a good one.